Yeah, so this one, I just wanted to talk a little bit about some different dreams that I've had with ETs in them. I remember early on in my journey, or in my like CE5 adventure, I had this dream where I was like on this like grassy hill, but it was at night, but it was like the colors were super vibrant still. And I remember looking up at the stars and seeing like this translucent bubble craft come over and then land like right in front of me. And then these beings got out, and then it was like four of them, and they came over, and then I think I woke up after that, and that was like one of the first ones. And then I had another one that was kind of similar, where it was during the daytime, and I didn't realize I was dreaming, but I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, or I asked him, I was like, hey, have you ever done a CE5 before? And he's like, no, what's that? And then we both sat down in the dream and started meditating. And I remember closing my eyes in my dream and meditating. And then all these like crazy ass symbols started appearing. And then I only did that for maybe like 2 or 3 seconds in the dream. And then I opened my eyes and there was this bubble craft again. I don't think it was the same one. It could have been. But I think the beings that got out were different shapes. Like they were, the ones before were more human and more human shaped, but they were still like bubble translucent with no face. And then this one, they looked more like really big head, like a lot bigger cranium. And they were also bubble shaped, and they came down to the hill so fast at me, and I was like so startled. But they came so fast that I didn't really have time to react. And as soon as they grabbed me by the hands, they like grabbed me by the hands, and I was overwhelmed, like had this overwhelming sense of love from them, and it was like completely wiped out my fear emotion. And I walked over to the craft with them, and this one on my right side was like super short. I remember he was like 3 or 4 feet tall, maybe like 3.5 or so. And the craft, we went up to the edge of the craft, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give this little guy a boost because I'm big and you're small," you know, even though he's probably like fully capable of levitating or whatever. And I like picked up my right hand and like pulled him and like lifted him up on the side of the craft, and then I woke up after that, and I thought that was really cute. Um, yeah, but I've had a couple dreams. I had a couple dreams recently where I saw people in green skin, and or with green skin, and one of them, it was this. I was looking at this human woman. She was this human woman, this blonde-haired woman, and then all of a sudden she like flashed into like a green skinned like ET being with big black eyes and like a big head. And it was like kind of showing me, I think, that even though the Pleiadians are like supposed to be these tall white beings, I think that ETs, they have many, many, many forms, and I'm sure like many of these ETs that have big heads, that's just like a body that they chose to go into because it has a big cranium, but they could probably um manifest any type of body that they really want to. And that's why like I know that there are humans that are walking around like humans with human bodies, but they're actually ETs that just like manifested a body, or they like inserted their consciousness into a baby really young, and they've like always grown up knowing that they're ETs. But like, yeah, this one being I've seen, I've communicated with in visions and stuff, and I've seen him as this like pterodactyl being. Emery Smith has actually taken a photo of one of these. I think it was a photo, or maybe he just talked about like depiction of one, but it's like this pterodactyl looking being with like a long like red beak and like big black eyes. But I've also seen him in in like a light body that looks like just like an ET with a big head. And I've seen him in other ways too. But yeah. And then I had this other dream recently. That this dream was like a couple days ago, where it felt like I was in some sort of like video game almost, but I think it was like I was on an ET world, or maybe I was in a mothership or something. But I remember being with this ET the whole time that had really really soft features and like really soft pink skin and big black eyes and like this elongated skull that like wasn't necessarily like too much bigger this way, but it was like I remember it came out into a point like that almost like kind of flat. And I the feeling that I got was I was in one of those bodies too, and like in that state of mind, I was probably comprehending what was going on, because I was in that body with a lot bigger brain, but coming back out of the dream and into this body, into this form, I couldn't really comprehend all of what happened in it. But yeah, I remember it felt like I was with this one being and we were like traveling. It felt like almost a game, like in a maze or something, and but it felt fun, and we were like getting out of this maze or something, and the environment that we in felt like this giant circle, or like this giant like bubble type shape, like maybe just like a huge disc or something like that, and maybe that's what maybe we were in big flying saucer or something like that, but gosh, the limitless potential of what the universe is like so amazing. Like anything that you can think of is probably, I mean, it's definitely, if the universe is like really limitless, it's definitely been made. It's infinite, and anything that you can think of has probably already been perceived already on some sort of level, or you perceiving it creates it in that unlimited field somewhere. um, but yeah, gosh, so many crazy things, so many crazy dreams. I've had dreams about angels a lot recently too. I've had a couple of visions where I've seen like straight up angels with big feathery wings. And I saw Archangel Michael. And I'm Archangel Michael also, like a piece of him, and but I in this vision I saw. I think I might have mentioned this in another one, but I saw like these black clouds like part open, and Archangel Michael was like floating there with his sword in hand, and then there's like this light is supposed to be like the light of God shining behind him. That was pretty amazing. And then I saw this woman angel that was like incredibly beautiful. I remember like coming out of it and being like, oh my God, wow, she was like gorgeous. But I mean, any angel is gorgeous, right? Yeah. But more to come, guys. Peace.